What's up, minions? That's right, I think of you like short, Twinkie-shaped men in blue overalls. But enough about you. I'm Roxy, and welcome to What the Sensation, the show bringing you all your Sims Let's Plays, starting with The Sims 3 Into the Future. You're seeing me right now create the Michelson family, and if you recognize the name, it's because I used the name from the Vampire Diaries and the originals from TV show from the CW. Now, that's as far as I went with using, I didn't base them off of those characters. I just liked the last name, and I liked the way they spelled it. You're actually seeing me, right now you'll notice that I put the name Dalton, but it actually is Ultimus, and I will change that later on. He's actually the father, and he will die. As soon as I put them on a lot, he is going to die. After that, I think we're going to go to Eleanor. You'll notice right now I've taken quite a bit of time to create him, but once I realized that I'm creating the wrong sim, I'm going to change it. And he's just going to be an old man in some old clothes. I don't worry about what he's wearing because he's dying right away. He's not important to the story. This is going to be not my first Let's Play, but one of the first. And I'm still very new to this, and I had another channel which I lost all the information to when I moved my rooms around. So I wasn't able to continue that channel, so I restarted everything. I have a couple channels I'm working on. Mainly this one because Sims is, ever since the very first one, has always been one of my favorite video games. So I'm new to this, so if you like me, subscribe to me. Let me know what I'm doing wrong, what I can make to make this more interesting, because I'm very new to this, and I need to know. I need to know what you like. I want you to keep watching, so let me know what you like. As you see, I'm still creating Dalton, thinking that I'm creating the right sim. Here in a minute, I will notice that I am, in fact, not creating the right sim. I think when I get him completely done, and then I realize this isn't who this is supposed to be. Basically Ultimus, he is the father. The family is from old money. The family fortune came from a coal mine that the family owned, the Michelson family owned. And they were known as some of the safest coal mines in the country. Alexander Michelson prided himself in making sure that his workers were safe, that they had the best of conditions to work under. When he realized that the mine was starting to go under, he had put back money. He hadn't just squandered all of his money away. He was very smart about what he did, and he had money saved. And as he realized that the mine was going to go under, he let his employees know that he was going to start laying some of them off. Some of them were going to start losing their jobs, and he wanted them to know that if any of them wanted to start looking for a job now, they could go ahead and do that while he was still able to pay them some kind of money. So some of them did start to look for jobs, and then he had to let some of the rest of them go. Some of them got jobs as he had money, and he knew the mine was going under. So he started to buy real estate, realizing that there was businesses that he could get into other places that could still earn his family money. And since he had been smart with his money and not squandered it all, he was able to buy some real estate. So some of his workers, some of his better workers, got jobs like that when the mine closed. After that, his family got really into real estate. When Ultimus took over the empire, he and his brother Daniel ran it. His brother Dan was the vice president. They built the company to new heights after that. When Daniel died, his daughter Chloe took over, and she wasn't quite ready. She hadn't really been in the business and didn't really know what was going on. She didn't really understand how to do that, although she tried very hard, and she started to learn her job. Ultimus realized that, he wanted his children to be prepared when something happened to him. So when he got ready to tell his children that they were going to have to step it up if they wanted to inherit the business, they were going to have to show him that they could, in fact, take it over. But he had a heart attack before he could. The night he was going to have this big dinner, and he was going to tell them, you guys are going to have to start learning the business. You're going to have to start stepping it up and showing me that you can do this. He died. And so the business went to his 3 children, Dalton, Jagger, and Haley, Dalton being the oldest. And they just frivolously started spending the money on anything they could. They bought a new house. They all bought them fancy cars. Artwork for Jagger because he's really into art. Haley just blew her money on all kinds of things, changing her hair. Dalton was blowing money on partying and women, and the company began to falter because of this, and Chloe was left to do everything on her own. So she got an offer for somebody who wanted to buy the money, and Ultimate's children saw dollar signs. Chloe, however, wanted to save the family business. Then a seemingly normal day, a strange object appears in their front yard, and a strange blue-haired man pops out and whisks them away to the future, where they get to find out how their actions are affecting their family and how it affects them, and they get to make a decision, either change or send their family into turmoil. But that's basically the story. Right now I'm creating Chloe. And I don't spend a whole lot of time with her because she's not going to be played here. I may play her later on another challenge. Right now she's just coming in the neighborhood doing her own thing. I kind of liked her, so it's very possible I could use her in another challenge. I may take the family and get rid of everybody else and just keep her. Now I'm creating Dalton. That actually looks like Chloe. Did I already create Dalton? Well, now I'm creating the other children. And I think some of my footage actually messed up. So I don't think you're going to see everybody be created, because some of my footage got corrupted. My cats kept climbing across my keyboard. Right now, I think you're seeing the first version of Haley, which I actually get rid of because I decided she sucked when I got through it. You notice I don't concentrate on anything else, but I throw them on some clothes that I think fit them for their everyday outfit, because I'm going to change them almost immediately when they get to the future. But for my story right now, they're not in the future. They don't know about those fashions yet, so they have not yet changed yet. But I will change them rather quickly, probably in the second episode, when they realize they need to blend in a little bit more. So this is Haley, and I will take the time to stop and introduce you to them, and tell you a little bit more about them later on. Once I change them, then I'll go through and I will tell you exactly what they are, what their goals are. But I can tell you, Dalton is the ladies' man. Dalton likes to party. Dalton likes to party. I could tell you that he has commitment issues. He's cocky. He don't like children. He's a jerk, basically. And he wants to party all the time and spend money and be flashy and show it off. Jagger is more the mild child. He's more generous. He's a vegetarian. He's eccentric. He likes to spend money on art and on building contraptions, and he's a computer genius and just a general genius. But he's a little bit aloof. He likes to build things. He likes to create art, and he's more of the type to protest things. And I know that he's a vegetarian. So he's more into protesting and art and creating things, and he's almost a little bit self-absorbed, but he's not one to go out and party. Haley, she's the youngest. She loves attention. She loves to party. She's artistic. Um, she wants to be at the center of everybody's attention. She wants everybody to like her. You'll notice that she'll have different colored hair, different colored streaks in her hair. Throughout this whole thing, she will constantly be changing what her hair likes, depending on how she thinks people look at her. And she is very much into people liking her. So you'll see her go out of her way to do what she thinks is going to make her popular. Right now, you will see that I am moving them into a small house, and I am going to use the mother lode sheet because this family is supposed to be rich. So I need to move them to a big house, but I do set their family value to 0 once I get them moved into their big house and buy them a couple fancy cars. Just, I kind of also wanted to see how them being rich, but not have a big fancy house, but not having any money affects the game. Right now, you see, I think I just killed off Daniel, and then I think next I'm gonna kill off Altimus and Eleanor. So that's pretty much it. You'll see in a second the new house after I kill these two off, these last two off, and move Chloe into her own home. I gave her a little bit bigger house than what this is, I believe, but I didn't give her anything real fancy because she is more down to earth. And if I actually played her, I really think she would be your guys' favorite because she's not perfect, but she wants her heart is in saving the family business. Unfortunately, you don't need to know about her because she will not be in this game. As always, I am Roxy Silver, and this is What the Sim. If you like me, subscribe, hit the like button. Let me know in the comments what I'm doing wrong and what I could change, and share me with your friends. I hope to be doing this for a long time, and I hope to only get better as I go along. My goal is to create stories behind this, so that you guys begin to love the people as much as I do. And I will see you next time as we actually begin to play the game.